Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is Touching Grass OTR, and I am Jim. If you're new here, thanks for joining us. If you're coming back, welcome back. We have just come back from our 34-hour reset at home. Nice relaxing day and a half. We are about to head out. We've already got our load. We are heading over to Dallas, Georgia, and picking up a load going up into New York. We've got 3 stops. This is a load we have done before a couple of times now since I started the channel. The first stop's in Tyrone, New York. The second stop is in Newark, New York, and the third stop is in Rochester. This is a load that I really enjoyed doing. It's a nice, relaxing drive most of the time because it's over the weekend. Delivers on Monday morning. We will probably stop somewhere north of Knoxville, maybe in Knoxville itself, for tonight, because we've still got to go over and get loaded, and then we will head up and probably stop in Duncannon, Pennsylvania tomorrow night, and then we'll be able to go from there up into Tyrone and then complete the other loads in New York on Monday morning. That's the plan. We've got to get rolling, so I will see you at the pickup. We are finally arriving at our pickup. Man alive, was this a drive. It's normally about a 60-mile drive, which takes a little over an hour, sometimes as much as an hour and a half. But I swear we hit every single red light, and even some red lights that weren't even for us affected us. It was brutal, y'all. It took every bit of 2 hours to get over here today.
After 1,000 feet you will reach your waypoint. The waypoint will be on your left.
But we are here. Behind another truck, which means it's going to take us extra long to get loaded because this guy is coming for the same place. Jeez Louise, it just sucked coming across.
You have reached your waypoint. It's on your left.
Alright. Get checked in. We're about to get in there. Fortunately, all the stuff that was in the way last time we were here is no longer in the way. They had pallets and these rolls. They had all kinds of stuff sitting out here in the parking lot, making parking not a fun experience. Plenty of room today. light on this one. Tandems. And that's it, folks. We are at our pickup and docked and chocked and ready to be loaded. From here, just a lot of driving for the next couple of days. So, should be a pretty easy trip. It usually is. It's no longer winter time, so I don't expect any nasty weather up north. I wish I had some snacks because I'm kind of hungry, but I hadn't stocked up. I usually go to Walmart when I'm home for home time, but I failed to. I got sidetracked doing other stuff, and anyways, I'll let you go. I'll quit rambling. See you soon. Alright, folks, we are loaded. Let's go take a look and see what we got in the back. Big old rolls of plastic. Full load this time. I don't usually get this full with these guys. What it weighs, I haven't even checked. Usually it's not too much. It's in the 30s. That's my guess is what it's going to be again this time. Let's put the seal on here. There we go. Release the tandems. We've got 9,300 on this one. It's multiple stops. 14.8, so let's call that 1,500. Let's call that 10, 25, and 6. So 31,000. Pretty light load. Let's go ahead and slide them tandems. If they release, there they go. They didn't release. Let's go try that again. All right, I'm gonna have to let that air up a little bit. So I'll let you guys go while I sit here and wait for it to air. Aren't you lucky? All right, and away we go. I'm hungry, so I'm going to find not the first truck stop that we come to, because I know that one. That's a Love's, and it is a nightmare to get in and out of there, especially at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So, but there's a half a dozen or so truck stops on 75 northbound once we get on the interstate. So I'll stop at one of those, and I got to get some food in me. And then we will get going in earnest. We are not making good progress on this trip so far. We had a screw in our tire when we got back from, basically the other day we got a screw in the tire. So I let the boss know so they could fix it. And they fixed it, and then wouldn't you know it, the fix didn't last. So the tire itself I guess it lost the bead, because it's still pretty much intact, but it didn't stick. So we're sitting here at the Pilot in Neoda, Tennessee, I think. And we're gonna be here a little while waiting to get it fixed. So I went ahead and dropped my trailer. Actually, they told me to drop my trailer. So I went ahead and dropped my trailer, and so we've got a spot for the night saved up for us, and we're just gonna stay here tonight. Fun, fun, fun. Good morning, everybody. It's 9:30. I slept in on purpose. Got up and did some paperwork and some bookkeeping and things like that. But we're still here in Neoda, Tennessee, after getting the tire repaired last night. I just stayed, didn't go further. So tires blow, but it shouldn't have had to. I reported to the company when we went home for our 34-hour reset while we were on home time. I parked the truck in the yard, let the boss know, hey, it's got a flat, there's a screw in the tire, please fix it. And from what it appears, their definition of fixing it was putting air back in. So it didn't get fixed, and as a result we got a new tire. It's a cheap tire, non-name brand, I don't know, it's whatever they had. The cheapest tire that they had, which still cost $300 something for the tire plus labor. I think the total came out to a little over $400. I didn't have to pay for it, fortunately, but that's what it cost. I was in the room when they told them how much it was. So time to get pre-tripped and get out of here. I just had breakfast. We're about to hit the road. See you soon. All right, let's talk a little bit about what happens when your tire blows. All y'all veteran truck drivers are going to know this already, so this isn't really for you. If you're a rookie, it's going to happen to you eventually. And if you're not a truck driver, then maybe you're just curious. But for starters, you first got to figure out, hey, I've got a blown tire. Unless you're just blasting your music and not paying a lick of attention to what's going on inside your truck, you're probably going to know pretty soon. The sound of a tire blowing on a truck, keep in mind it's 110 pounds of pressure inside that tire. When it goes, it makes noise. Now, I've had tires go that I did not realize at first that it was the tire. And I've had tires where it was just absolutely obvious. Essentially what you get is a boom, and then your truck vibrates until you stop. Now, sometimes you hear that boom, and sometimes you confuse it with something else. You know, I've had tires blow when I was on a transition between two types of asphalt. You know, I was coming out of a way station once and went over a lip, and as I went over that lip, the tire blew. And so I just thought that the boom that I heard, or the noise that I heard, was the transition between the two types of asphalt. And so I didn't initially realize that the tire had blown. But when the vibration persisted, I kind of figured it out. So, you know, if you don't immediately hear the boom followed by the vibration should clue you into what's going on. Once you've figured out that, hey, there's something wrong with my truck, obviously the first thing that you should do is pull off the highway, pull off the road. You may or may not be in a safe place to do that. If you're on some country road and there's no shoulder, well, you may be in for a bit of a drive before you can find some place to pull off to the side. So, you know, just do what you can. Get onto the shoulder, get on an off ramp as soon as you possibly can. As soon as you can find a safe place to pull off, do so. That's when you figure out what's going on with your truck. And so you get out and you'll do a walk around. Depending on how your tire blows, it may be completely obvious, or you may have to check it. In my case, I couldn't immediately see that it had blown, but as soon as I went and started lumping the tires and checking the tires, I could see it became immediately apparent, because obviously a blown tire has no air in it. It'll probably move around on the tire, on the rim a little bit. Obviously, if you hit it with the mallet or with your hammer, it's going to make a completely, it's just going to make a thud as opposed to a bong. And so you'll know at that point. Once you've figured out that it's a blown tire, you're going to need to call your company. If you're an owner or operator, you are the company, so you can say, you can skip this step. But call your company, let them know what's going on. Strictly speaking, at this point, you're out of service. If a DOT, if you get back on the road like that and a DOT officer catches you, he can write you up. And he can put you legally out of service and give you a violation. So, depending on your company, they may decide to send out road service to you. The larger mega corporations will probably just do that because they have contracts with the tire marts and all the major tire shops, and they'll just call them and say, hey, I got a driver down, this is where he's at, you get a road service out there, and then they will dispatch road service to you, and you just kind of sit where you're at and wait for them to show up. Now that might take a few hours, but that's the safest course of action. And if you're, if you're not paying for the tire and the company's paying for the tire, if that's what they want to do, that's better for you. Now, that's if you're working for a major corporation. And maybe sometimes, especially if you're not close by to a tire shop, even the smaller guys will do that. Usually. Option B, which is not strictly legal, but it's low risk. If you're within, let's say, 20 miles of a truck stop or a tire repair shop, you may choose to go there rather than wait on the side of the road. Not strictly legal, but minimal risk. You're going to want to clear out any tire bits that might be caught up inside your axles or at risk of immediately coming off or flopping around. Clear it off as best you can. And then then put your flashers on, your four-way flashers, and drive 45 miles an hour or lower to the nearest safe haven. Hopefully it's a safe haven that has tire repair, but if it's not, it's still a good spot for the company to send mobile repair to you. And it's safer for you to wait at that location, because at that point you're off the road, you're out of the way, you're not at risk. If it's a safe haven that has a tire repair shop, you're golden. Get it checked in. They will do the rest from there. They'll contact your company. The company will work out payments. They'll select what tire they're going to put on you, and they'll get you fixed up. And it usually won't take nearly as long as it would if you had to wait for mobile. And that's pretty much it. Those are really your basic options. Either wait for mobile repair on site wherever it is that you get stopped, or maybe creep 15-20 miles, or not creep, limp 15 to 20 miles with your flashers on below 45 until you can get to a tire repair shop and then get it fixed, or at least get to a safe haven and get it fixed while you're there. We are in Staunton, Virginia. This is our fuel stop, but I've been driving non-stop since we left out of...
After 700 feet, turn left onto Pilot Truck Drive and then you will reach your waypoint.
Hush you. Since we left out of Neoda, Tennessee this morning. And I guess we've been going about 6 hours non-stop. Haven't stopped to pee, haven't stopped to take a break, haven't stopped to do anything. And my butt hurts, and I gotta pee, and I'm kind of hungry. So I'm gonna make this my 30 as well. Go inside, see what they got to eat. Looks like they got some Arby's. Oh, I know this stop. This is the place. We came to this place a long time ago, and I complained to no end about how much of a zoo the parking was. It's real. I mean, it's right now it's not that bad, but right now it's 3:30 in the afternoon on a Saturday. So, I mean, it could be better. But there's space. Like we're in pretty good. Probably good enough for government work. Anyways, I'm gonna go take my break, and then we're gonna get fuel. See you soon. Time to add the green juice. For cleaning those bugs off the windshield. Time to get some fuel. Grab my phone real quick. get through with this, I want to take a quick look, see how much further we've got to drive overall, so I can kind of think about where we're going to stop tonight. Because I haven't really given it any thought. We're at exit 213. Which is only, what, 50 miles south of Mount Jackson. 60 miles. That's exit 273. And we've still got like 4 hours left on our clock, because we had 2 when we pulled in here. We haven't taken any breaks, so actually we got 5 hours left on our clock, so we could go easily another 200 miles, give or take, more, if we want to, and we might as well. That'll give us more free time tomorrow, because I'm sure we probably did 200 miles yesterday. I didn't really look. But we did a fair bit yesterday. I mean, we didn't go terribly far. We didn't even make it all the way to Knoxville. But we weren't far south of Knoxville. But I will find us a place, probably not Mount Jackson, probably north of Mount Jackson, to stop tonight. So let's take a quick look. I don't know if y'all can see the phone. Yeah, you should be able to see it. We're only 400 miles shy of our first stop. So maybe we could make it to Duncannon tonight? And our first stop doesn't deliver till Monday. It's only Saturday. I mean, we could theoretically stop somewhere and take a 34. Or we could go all the way tomorrow to our delivery and just sleep there tomorrow night. I don't know. We'll figure out where we're going to stop. I'll just see if I spot something interesting and stop there. Let's get this wrapped up. Obviously, we can't make it all the way there tonight. But we can make it a whole lot further than where we're at. And then have a very short day tomorrow. I do want to stop by tomorrow, stop by a Walmart, pick up some stuff. Pardon. So we'll have plenty of time to do that. is unfortunately the goofy kind of handle. There's two types of handles for DEF. There's the handle that does this nonsense where you just kind of have to find the magic spot. And there's another brand of handles that functions a little bit more like the classical pumps, and they actually work pretty good. These handles are garbage because you just give it just a little bit too much pressure and it'll shut off. And you just have to keep playing with it, squeezing ever so slightly so that you can get enough juice flowing. And then as it flows, you can give it just a tiny bit more pressure to get it going just a little bit faster. But you got to be careful because if you go too far, boom, click. I'm not going to monkey with it anymore. That's 4 gallons of DEF. And we probably didn't even need, I think we were doing good. I was able to fill it up last time we got DEF. So we're probably doing okay on DEF. Oh, I was going to throw out our jug. Well, I dug deeper. Look closer. We're only 200 miles south of Duncannon, Pennsylvania. So we actually, if we want to, adjust this a little bit. If we want to, we can do a 34 tonight, or we can shut down there and do a 34 between now and Monday. We don't need to. We literally just came off of a 34, so I'm not going to. There are some Walmarts between Duncannon and our first stop. I don't know where we can park. I usually park in Duncannon on this run, and we're a little bit off of our normal routine on this run because our normal routine would be to stop in Jackson tonight and then move the rest of the way and stop in Duncannon tomorrow night, and then from Duncannon leave out early Monday morning to deliver on time. Because there's not really, it's kind of back roads. Once you leave out of Duncannon, it's kind of back country roads. For most of the way up to our first stop. So there's not really a whole lot of truck stops along that path. And that's why I usually stop in Duncannon and then go early in the morning to deliver. But if we're going to get to Duncannon tonight, I may change that up, and I'll just take a closer look tonight to see what our options are and where we can stop, and maybe we just drive all the way to the delivery and overnight in their parking lot. I don't think that I've gotten there before they opened before, and that's never been a problem. Obviously they're out in the country, they don't have a lot of trucks coming in and out of there.
After 700 feet, keep right to join the Interstate 64 east towards Staunton.
So that might be an option. It's just
now keep right to join the highway.
park on site and be there for delivery when they get there Monday morning.
After a quarter of a mile, join the highway.
And that way we have a full clock with one of our loads already done. I'll give that some thought, but that may be the way to go. I've got us dialed in right now for Duncannon. I'm going to go that far tonight. It's 3.5 hours more. We've got 5 hours on our clock.
Now join the highway.
Easy peasy. Alrighty, folks, we have arrived in Duncannon. I'm going to see if there's some spots over on this other side. I usually park back that side, back behind us. but there's also frequently, and I did see a few spots available if it's full up over here, but I don't think it will be. I think these are reserved spots. Maybe they are. Yep, they are. Alright, well then rather than fight over spots that are reserved or paying for spots that are reserved, I'm just going to go back to the section that's not reserved and take one of those spots that I know is open because I saw them on the way in. And I'm going to pop the seatbelt off those so I can move around. Alright, we're in. Set yourself off duty. Good solid day of driving. I know y'all can't see me right now, but that was a good solid day of driving today. So I am beat. I am going to go inside and take a shower. Then I'm going to come out and figure out what we're going to do tomorrow, because I still don't know. I still haven't decided whether or not I'm going to drive the rest of the way from here to our receiver and just camp out overnight on their lot, or if I'm going to try and find some place in between, because there really aren't any places in between. So there were a few Walmarts. We could technically do a 34 reset, because I've done that here and still made it on time for deliveries, but it's still, how far do we still have to go? It's still 170 miles from here. Yeah, 170 miles to the first delivery, and there's really no place to park between here and there. At least nothing good. I'm gonna have to take a close look at the map, or I may just do a 34 and start again with a fresh clock on Monday. I don't know. I'm just going to have to think about it. But I'm not going to make y'all wait for me to think about it. So y'all have a good night.